talk about bringing fun into work, could you give us some practical ways how we could do that? Is that through certain activities that we run? Is that through the way we engage with people? Like, how do you do that?
Gosh, there are so many you first you have to decide how you personally want to approach it and how far you're willing to go. I'm willing to be a little bit ridiculous. And because I always say the whole thing, like we spend a lot of time at work together, we should enjoy it. And similarly on projects, if we try to be formal all the time, sooner or later, like you can't do this Clark Kent versus Superman kind of a thing. Like in reality, if you think about Clark Kent versus Superman, Clark Kent did have like, he was definitely Superman just with glasses. He still had a driving force and he still had the morality, all of the stuff that drove him to be the good person that we all think about from that perspective, right? He was still the same person. He just sometimes he had the glasses and sometimes he didn't. All of us are really like that. And when I first started my role as an analyst, I was very serious, very detail oriented, very formal and in everything that I did. And but then I'd go home and I would turn into this creative person. I volunteer with creative endeavors. I do all of these other things. And it was the day that I decided to bring both together and I'm like, why can't I do this other thing? And so that's when I started like, how can we enjoy this a little bit more? And so some of the fun at work, a lot of people, the first step is something like team building. And I hate to start there because a lot of people start there and then they're done. Like, let's do the game to do team building. And it might be, let's do the team lunch and go to an escape room, or let's go play basketball together, or go to an arcade or laser tag or whatever. Like pick your favorite corporate outing and that is a game that 9 times out of 10 turns into a competition, and some people take it way too seriously, and some people hate it. Like, you can think of all of the things that are wrong with this, so fix it, right? And the team stuff, don't wait till the end of a project or of an initiative or whatever to do some of those get to know you kinds of activities, right? So the team building side is really important because once you realize that everybody you work with is, I always say, a 360-degree person, right? I do craft stuff. I have arts that I get into. I volunteer with a creative problem solving competition. I do all of these other things. I'm not just an analyst. I'm not just a trainer, right? Nobody is just a whatever their job title is. So there's that aspect. When it comes to the true world of work, we have to be ready to use play or fun or something different for reasons. We have to decide what those reasons are. Are you trying to jolt people out of their regular way of thinking? Right? If you think about going into elicitation from an analyst perspective, right? Or even product folks, you get a bunch of stakeholders, you get a bunch of your customers in the room. And if your gut reaction is, we're going to do an interview or we're going to do a focus group, most of the people that are in there that you're talking to are sitting back and they're ready to talk to you, right? But you are engaged and you're ready and you're thinking about how can I have this conversation and what am I trying to get